Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could end up being all about the defense as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Jaguars are number 1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Jets, who will need to be sharp on offense.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. The play clock's running down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Green 39.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play action. They'll throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Amaro's got it, left side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Let's go. Blue 30. Hurry up, let's go. Blue 30.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd down now following the run.
Here we go. Hurry up, let's go.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. Play clock winding down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And a catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Leonard Fournette. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Running left, it's Fournette. And some room to work. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
First, here's Washington. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And New York set to take the field. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Anderson's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And his kick is right through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s, That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The play clock's running down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Taking on the midfield logo. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ten yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now we're going to get a halt in the action because Ty Montgomery is shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A swing pass caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Fresh set of downs here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And now running right through it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here's a give to Fournette. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Washington, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. 2. Easy. Kill. Turn up.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Amaro on the right side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. And really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, Washington. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Black 40. 47 to 5, boy. 47. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Alert, alert. Single. All right, now. 50. Single. That. These two. Left.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Like 30. Start. 180.
And the play clock's running down. They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Start. 180. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15.
Blue 30. Hey, we got 3 down. 50. Back 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points, dig them all out.
That's what you get, a big-time producer. Keep them here.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go now. Blue, line it. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So second and 10 here. They get it to Washington, running left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on for the 5th time here today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 11. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Jets on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And they take a knee.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. Set. 230.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll That'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.